Well, well, well. Looks like your boy was right. We are getting LR JANEMBA coming up next on Global Dokkan. So for those of you who have been wondering where the heck LR JANEMBA is, rest assured he will be showing up during the Version Z campaign celebration. This is exactly what I talked about on my last video, going over the possible places where they could put this unit. And just as I thought, they are going to be throwing him in for the first 2 weeks, I would imagine, of the celebration, which gives us the second half, which we'll have to see later on what that's going to be. As far as the unit's concerned, an extremely good unit, a very valuable asset to the movie boss category, a category whose Super Battle Road stage is quite difficult for a lot of people. So this unit is very good. The problem is the timing of the unit's release probably couldn't be worse for some of you, especially those of you who want the unit, especially given what else is available. So we're going to talk about the actual unit itself, what it's capable of, and then we're going to go over the whole should you summon thing. I also want to point out the animation right here is incredible. Like, the animation is good, but it's actually the sound effect that I like even more about this unit. So hang on, just take a listen to this. A very unique sound. I'm sure you've heard this if you've seen the movie. Right here. I love that sound when he brandishes the sword. It sounds so cool. You could sense the sinister from that sound effect. I love that sound. It sounds so good. All right, so I've already reacted to the animations before. Let's dive in and take a look at what's going on here. So, like I said before on my last video, these 3 banners will be going away. Substitute these 3 with a brand new legendary summon banner. So, we are going to have 2 legendary summons. One is a double rates, one has JANEMBA, a Peppy Gals category summon, a Mastered Evolution category summon, Super Vegeta Dokkanfest, and the Step Up New Year's celebration. So, there's just so much going on. I know a lot of you guys are kind of on a tight budget, especially with all of the, the holidays and all of that. So this is going to be a very interesting situation for players because initially the complaint was we don't get LR JANEMBA, Global Shaft, Global sucks, this and that. Now I feel like more complaints are going to roll in about the timing of it because in this case I can actually agree. The timing, while it is good for the fact that we're getting JANEMBA, which means the next time that he returns is going to be even sooner. But it's also unfortunate because if you have been summoning on every single one of these banners, you've been spending a lot, you probably don't have too much left in the tank. And do you really want to be spending that on a legendary summon? So now let's take a look at the unit itself. The LR JANEMBA, Corroded Mind and Body, Movie Bosses category, Key +4, 150%. As far as an LR leader skill is concerned, this is definitely an elevated one, especially with the 150% instead of the usual 130. Key +4 is a nice boost. Corroded Mind and Body is a category that has struggled in terms of bringing in new units that are viable for Legendary Goku event, Legendary Vegeta event, that type of thing. So if you guys have still been working on that Legendary Goku GT event category mission, this unit is going to help you out. And also, Movie Boss's Super Battle Road. This guy's an absolute all-star. Causes Colossal to the enemy, lowers defense. What the heck did I just push? What the heck just happened? Causes Mega Colossal damage and greatly lowers defense. I think I pushed the 2. Is that what that was? It was. That's so weird. Okay. 18 key causes Mega Colossal and greatly lowers defense. For the passive, attack and defense +120. Guards all attacks within the same turn as the first or second attacker in a turn. Okay, easy. Just keep him on the main rotation. Key +2 up to 6. Attack and defense +22 up to 66. With each attack performed as the second or third attacker in a turn. So slot number 2 is going to be your best place to get all of this passive going. High chance of nullifying Key Blast attacks directed at the character. This is a nice little touch here. So on top of the guarding, you also have a high chance, 50%, to completely neutralize a key-based super attack, which is quite cool. Then for the active skill, Rage can be activated when HP is 66% or more, starting from the 6th turn from the start of battle. When we get to Rage, we will transform into this guy. Causes destructive damage to the enemy with a temporary high chance of performing a critical hit. 18 key causes destructive damage to the enemy with a temporary high chance of performing a critical hit. Passive skill receives an additional key +1 per key sphere obtained. So basically, you'll probably be launching this one, which is the same thing. They're exactly the same thing. So this is the JANEMBA. Now, reading the passive, it does seem kind of underwhelming. This is kind of like the AGL Super Saiyan 2 Vegeta EZA that I often compare to when it comes to looks can be deceiving. While it may not have a lot going on and maybe the numbers may not be too flashy, I promise you this unit is really, really, really good. With the ability to have almost 200% attack and defense with guaranteed guard as the first or second attacker, and the nullification of Ki Blast, and the potential for massive damage, especially with big bad bosses. You've got a Metamorphosis link in here. There's a lot going on for this unit that he is going to be somebody that you want to have on your team for Corroded Mind and Body for that category mission, as well as the Movie Boss's Super Battle Road. So individually, in a vacuum, he's really good. The problem is that he's on a terrible banner. A terrible banner. Look at the featured units here. This is a lousy, lousy banner. This is the JP one, so of course the int would be substituted with the STR. I would imagine they would probably keep the rest of this the same. This is a pretty bad banner, and that kind of goes back to the whole thing about all of these different summons going on during the month of January. You're probably going to be on a budget. So as far as where you're going to be, you know, spending your stones, number one priority still has to be the step-ups, and I know some of you guys are still struggling with that. After that, you know, it really depends on your preference. If you care about Super Vegeta, if you care about the Cell, maybe you want to save those red coins for whenever Super Vegeta comes back, probably during the Tech Androids. Do you want to do those double rates because you're a new player and you want to just get a bunch of random units? That could potentially be better. Out of the two legendary summons, the Rising Dragon Carnival banner is literally 2 times better than this one because of the fact that you can get a whole bunch more for those summons. So even in its own little category as a legendary summon, this banner is inferior to the girls banner. It's true, because the chances of you pulling LRs are doubled, the chances of you pulling other SSRs are doubled. It's overall a much more satisfying experience. Granted, you won't be getting necessarily the same class of units, but it's still a nicer experience and more forgiving for players to summon on a double rates banner as opposed to a legendary summon banner. So the situation is just not looking too favorable for a lot of the budget players, the moderate spenders. For those of you who are whales, obviously you'll be summoning. I will be summoning as well. I don't know how much I want to go. I really do want to pull 1 or 2 copies of this unit because I do really, really like him. He very much completes the movie boss category and the Corroded Mind and Body. Plus, I want to run a full JANEMBA team. I've always wanted to do that, so I'm going to be summoning, but for a lot of you, I won't blame you for not summoning. Now, the other thing, we'll actually take a look in the news now. Global news. We actually got a couple pieces of info in here. So we've got the Dragon Ball story that's soon to be implemented or revamped. Basically, they're going to be shifting from just story events, but kind of moving them into a new Dragon Ball story event. So it's going to be like categorized Dragon Ball story, and they're going to go into like further chapters with newer revamped story events. So this first one is going to be for the Saiyan warrior race, the Saiyan saga, as we talked about before. Along with this comes a brand new support memory and the new LR. I will do a full breakdown of this unit and how to fully unlock the unit in an upcoming video. But this LR Goku comes with 77 Dragon Stones, and even more if you consider how many stones you earn simply by doing all of the missions and doing the various events that are needed to unlock this unit, which again, I will go over in an upcoming video. So you are going to be receiving a lot of Dragon Stones at the start of this version Z update celebration. So for those of you who are very short on stones, you might be wondering, okay, so now I've got another banner to worry about. Am I going to summon on the big bad flashy banner, or am I going to continue with my step-ups? The answer, folks, should still be the step-ups. And with those 77 Dragon Stones and then some, you might be able to just get through whatever you're trying to get through. And then maybe, if something is left over after maybe a week or so of the version Z, maybe you can jump in on the JANEMBA banner. Maybe you could jump in on the rest of them. But it's got to be the step-up, number one. So this is the log jam continues. This is what I talked about before, and I'll say it again. The log jam will continue for global. Lot of banners. This is going to be one of those times where we look back and laugh at just how many different banners there were. If you're a new player, please don't lose focus on the fact that the New Year Step Up is still the #1 banner, the most valuable. You can get up to 6 LRs guaranteed through 3 rounds. You can get, at least, at minimum, 6 LRs for 3 rounds. If you get lucky, you can pull more LRs. Then you get also 9 Dokkan Festival category leads. the value is just off the charts. So if you guys are still working on this, the version Z campaign will give you probably the last few stones that you need to get this done, after which you can decide between all of these banners and this one. Do you want to summon for JANEMBA? He's really good, but the timing could not be worse. So this is going to be a fun time for global players. Guys, thank you so much for watching. If you enjoyed the video, be sure to leave a like down below. Let me know in the comments, are you happy that JANEMBA is finally here? Or are you more upset that the timing of the unit's release is kind of suspect because you will not be able to summon on the banner? Let me know your guys' thoughts, the reaction to the unit arriving, and your overall outlook on the banner. Are you going to summon? Are you going to take a chance? Or are you just going to wait until he returns to purchase with your coins? Let me know in the comments down below. Also, be sure to subscribe for more dope content in the future, and click the notification bell so that you let YouTube know you want to see more of my stuff. Do it! Thanks again, stay tuned, and always remember to Dokkan responsibly.